Hey everyone, don't judge me, but I have been an awful plant dad because this baby here, well, I've been neglecting it. I'm going to tell you why and how and what we're going to do to fix it starting right now. Okay, so you know how I said don't judge me? I would totally judge me. I should be ashamed of myself, and I am. I'm an embarrassment. Please judge away because this here is my Philodendron Gigas that I have had for over 5 years now, and it was once a lovely plant and still is. It's a beauty. Don't get me wrong, but I have failed to take care of it since moving into this current place back last September. So I was taking really good care of it over at my old apartment, and yeah, I was really giving it the care it needed. And then when I brought it here, I just didn't know where to put it, and so for the last like month and a half, it had been upstairs in our bathroom that has no windows, no light, other than the light bulbs, and yeah, it's not doing too well. So we are going to we're going to fix this. And to do that, though, I think we're going to head right over there. And that's because it's that corner I want to focus on with this plant. Oh man, I really did this thing in. I am so ashamed of myself. Um, but yeah, so this is the corner right here. And what's so special about this corner, you might ask? Well, really nothing. But here's the thing. I actually think it would be perfect for this Philodendron Gigas because it loves bright indirect light. Now, granted, I only have western-facing windows, and this time of year, it's not the best lighting, but we have a grow light up above that I'm going to switch out. I'm going to explain that in a second. And we also have the humidifier over here. Now, that is an important thing to keep in mind with a plant like a Philodendron gigas or a lot of your rare tropical philodendron. The Philodendron gigas only grows in Panama, and it was discovered in 1994 by Dr. Thomas Grote. And this plant thrives in high humidity. It likes 60% or above to really get those beautiful leaves. Now, granted, the leaves on this plant, because of the neglect that I put it through, aren't the prettiest, but when I was actually putting effort into it, they look stunning. Let's rewind to 1 year ago exactly when I last profiled this plant. It is one of my favorite, and look at that brand new leaf that just came out in the last week. It is beautiful. So yeah, things have changed a little bit over the course of that year. And its latest leaf up there, yeah, beautiful. No, not really. But this new leaf that is emerging, I guarantee you it's going to be stunning. Now, this plant right here, because of the neglect that I put it through, take a look at some of its leaves. You can see the bad damage that became of it. Oh my gosh, and this poor leaf here, when it was inside the bathroom, I accidentally, while I had to get up in the middle of the night to go use the restroom, accidentally bumped into it, and I think I had like something in my pocket or something. I don't know, but I bumped into it and cut a hole through it. And granted, not only did I cut a hole through it, but look at the side of it, that grossness that emerged. I think two things. One, obviously, it was my fault because I poked a hole through it, but then because it wasn't getting any sunlight from that bathroom, which has no natural light coming in aside from obviously just the light bulbs. I think that really messed it up, and clearly I messed it up too. But yeah, this plant is from Panama, and granted, it does like humidity that's 60% or above. You really don't need that high humidity to get these beautiful leaves. Now, when its leaves are taken care of and the plant's taken care of, and it still does have some beautiful leaves on it here, but man, oh man, these are just so gorgeous and velvety and soft. And when they're taken care of, and oh, this is really cool, out in nature, like in the jungles in Panama, this plant can grow to be 65 feet tall, like 6 stories, and these leaves can grow to be 4 feet long. Now, when I was taking care of it, I think the longest leaf I had grew to be like 11 to 12 inches long. And yeah, you're not looking at the whole plant here because I have owned it for over 5 years, but I also cut and propagated it quite often throughout the years. So yeah, this is only part of it. Oh, mind you, while it is a philodendron, and most philodendron are easy to propagate, this plant can be a little bit more challenging to propagate. At least that's what a lot of people say. I I haven't found that to be the case, but let me show you something. This is a cutting that I took from that Philodendron Gigas. Mind you, it was after the whole situation of me not taking care of it. So I wanted to see, like, hey, can I make this into a pretty plant again? Because these leaves aren't the prettiest. And it started to have a leaf come out of it that, again, I wasn't taking care of the cutting well enough, and so I clipped it off. And then this one that's coming out also, I wasn't taking care of it, but I just moved it downstairs, and hopefully I'll take care of it more. But even before then, when I had it upstairs in an area that wasn't getting good light, you know how I said that a lot of people were saying it doesn't propagate well? This baby like shot out roots really quickly. So I still have hope for it. I just need to take care of it and the mother plant better. Speaking of which, let's go back over. Welcome back over. Okay, so now with Philodendron Gigas and pretty much any other plant that you have neglected the way that I did, don't ever be like me. What you need to do in a situation where I wasn't giving it light or taking care of it is you need to acclimate it slowly. So what I did was when I did bring it down from the bathroom downstairs, I put it in an area over towards the dining room that wasn't getting really bright indirect light because you don't want to expose it to that much sunlight right away. And then I slowly moved it over here where it was getting better light and better humidity. So what we need to do now though is we need to first when you have a plant that you give a good light to, is you need to inspect it for pests because in a situation like that, a plant that was neglected isn't getting the kind of care that it should have been, and it's more susceptible to plant pests. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this quickly, and then I'm going to wipe down all of its leaves. I'm not going to bore you guys with all that. But after that, we're going to look over this way in the corner because the reason why I chose this corner is I'm going to put up this trellis on the side of the wall right over there, and I'm going to attach this Philodendron Gigas to it. Now, I have done this before. In fact, up in our bedroom, I have another Philodendron growing alongside there, and I love the way it looks. And then over in my office upstairs, I have an Epiprenum, I believe it's a Snow Queen, growing alongside there. And I want to do the same with this Philodendron Gigas because I don't know about you guys, but I used to be into like climbing poles. They were so cool, but I don't know. I just don't like the way they really look anymore. So I'm trying to get creative with other things like a trellis on the side of a wall. Now I got this off of Amazon, like I did with the others, and I got this as a 2 pack. I forget how much I paid for it, but I'm putting it up here on the screen for you guys to see. I bought them back in November, and I just never got around to putting them together until now. So we're going to use this one, and as for the other one, not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet or which plant I'm going to use, but anyways, I failed to tell you guys that this is actually going to be a two-part series. So this part was all about what to do in a situation where you neglect a plant. The second part is actually going to be the design aspect of it. So please stay tuned for that. But I did ask you guys in my YouTube community poll question recently, how often do you neglect your plants? And let's see here. A whopping 46% of you, a majority said not often. Wow, good for you guys. 8% said often. 40% said more often than I'd like, and 6% said, oof, I'd rather not talk about it. And I did promise you guys that I would tell you guys, where I am on that map, and I'm with the 40%. I mean, I don't mean to, but sometimes it just happens because of life and work and all of that stuff in between and having so many plants. But I always bring them back to life. So that's what I'm going to do with this Philodendron Gigas here. And it's going to look so beautiful. I'm excited to show you guys the second part of the series, which will be coming up soon. But if you want to see another video I did about putting up a trellis and the whole thing I did with the plant up in my bedroom, the philodendron over there, check out this video in the corner because it's really, really interesting. And I just love the way that it turned out. I want to thank you guys again for watching another one of my Philodendron videos. And if you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell for more fun and interesting plenty content like this. I'll see you guys in the next video.